this is how you know that this guy is a new quarterback.
Right.
He's throwing same foot on the run. He's throwing same foot on the run, which is widely opposed in today's day and age.
8th grader.
I mean, is there stuff to like? Yes. Is there a lot to pick on mechanically? Also, yes. And footwork? Yes. Also, yes. But he's kind of got that Tyrod.
You're comparing him to Tyrod Taylor?
Yeah, because look at this. But he doesn't do what Tyrod does. Like if he's comfortable here, he's comfortable here.
Right.
But look at this. Right away, you get that Tyrod elbow, like this, right? Instead of your elbows being equal opposite, which most quarterback coaches, especially with a young guy, what?
I'm listening.
Oh, especially with a young guy, you don't want to be getting him into weird stuff like this. That's not traditional. And obviously he's throwing a deep ball here, so you never know.
Right, he's just gearing up to throw it.
He's at this spot here where he's kind of like screwing, like his backhand at this point is kind of wrapped on top of the ball instead of being underneath it here.
Right,
so
in a consistent spot.
Right, instead of being underneath it here, because like you remember that whole part where you're like your pointer finger's gonna come through the back of the ball.
Right.
He's wrapped, and he's not through. He's wrapped, and you can tell just by the way he holds the ball, because this hand is immediately under, and this hand is wrapped on top, and all of those things I could be wrong, and you can't really see here, right?
Right.
But this arm being here and this arm having his elbow be all the way back tells me he's not rotating his shoulders. It tells me that he is really closed off and really throwing with his lat muscle. This muscle right here is doing most of the throwing. And most of the torque he's only getting from his elbow. And I mean, he's really sitting into his weight here. Like he's really, instead of being quick. You know what I mean? But I can't see. Again, I can't see. And he's a lefty, so everything's weird.
Swinging for a home run.
Right. And I can't see him at this time. Okay. Yeah, you see that I don't think his shoulders are rotating very well. But, I mean, can he throw the ball? Yeah. He's also a lefty, so everything I say you have to take with a grain of salt because lefties are so whack. So whack. But he's kind of got a funky delivery. But this is the spot that concerns me. Like the elbow going up, because it goes all the way up like that, it has to come down. Like it's you're so weak,
J-track?
right? You're so weak here that you have to do this. You go from here to here.
You gotta, somewhere you gotta get in a strong spot.
Right, and not many people. Not many people can do.
Fields, he did really well. Understand?
Not many people can do what Justin Fields can do.
I do.
Which is that. Which is ridiculous fast twitch muscles.
Hit that spot and be going
Justin
forward.
Fields
Right, and
throwing session there.
remember, like this kid is an 8th grader.
And competed that.
Where'd my throw just go? There it is. Justin Fields is not 8th grader, so
Threes, but
he can do what
in
he
the
wants,
end,
and he also has double the hand size.
pretty fast.
But his throwing mechanics
Back to our front.
have a similar
Time seat.
concept to them, which is
Just feels
that. But the arm of the other guy is way down and open,
Right.
and Justin tries to be level here, but naturally he just does this. I don't know why, but he has 0 arm drag to get to this point.
Just turns it over.
Right, exactly. And this guy goes from here to there. You see the difference?
That's elbow
You know,
pain.
he goes like this, and then you know what I mean? And that's his biggest problem.
Because you need to get
Right.
into here.
Right, that's his biggest problem. And he will gain 20 miles an hour and 50 yards if he did.
Yeah,
figure
just
it
look at
out.
the difference in Justin Fields'
Well,
arm
it's
pass.
this picture. It's this picture right here. This
Right.
is the picture. Right. And if I was him, the way I would start, I wouldn't even think about my arm path. The first thing I would do is just. First, I would change the speed. But the
This-
first thing I would change.
This video already got blocked because of the soundtrack.
Really? The first thing I would change is this. I would level myself out. There's no need to be here because he's already cutting himself off, and I think it's the reason his shoulders aren't rotating.
Right.
But
Oh, I get what you're saying. Is they can't. They're locked.
But he's he's going like this, so his
Right.
body's so worried about his abdominals on the front side.
Well, do you think that when he, not one, I don't think anybody knows that, but two, do you think that from that point he's thinking, I'm gonna be locked in, so I'm gonna rotate?
I don't even think that. I think it's just where his arm has to go.
Right.
Like he has to bring the ball forward to throw it,
He has to
and
hit a strong position.
right because his elbow's all the way up there. It's like every action's gonna have a reaction. His arm is going to droop down, and in that flick, by the way, that snap, he's gonna lose all his accuracy and control. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and juice.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All that stuff comes with it.
Here's my
See,
theory.
it's really bad here.
Right.
I mean, he's got the point of the ball pointing
Oh.
in the exact opposite direction that he wants to throw,
Yeah.
and then he can't circle it around quickly to catch up with the rest of his body.
I honestly believe he maybe played baseball, and then before middle school practice, they were playing catch, and he has a very strong arm.
Yeah.
And given the opportunity to go from offensive line to quarterback, they jumped on it when quarterback coaches did all that. And what we're seeing here is really
Wow.
just natural talent. You know what I'm saying?
It's just what he's got.
Yeah, it's natural talent, which is awesome.
No, that's awesome.
But now-
and it's not a horrible problem to have.
No, and
It's not
especially
unfair.
as a lefty, it's so hard to coach.
Yeah, and lefties are whack. Like you see
But
what I
that's
mean?
clearly not a path
No.
that you want.
You see what I mean though? Like the second he tries to loop the arm around, he loses everything. Like look at this. He goes backing up right there. He's cooked because his elbow has to get through and the ball has to go through before his hips go another 10 degrees.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because right there he loses all his power. Look at that. Oh wow, that's really his problem. Watch his hip. His hip can't even go. He can't even use his legs. Look at his hip can't even shoot because his arm. He's waiting for his arm. So in order to be timed up, he has to pause there.
Yeah, and look at the ground force. You can see it.
Look at he's got force, and he lost it right there.
You can
Because now
see the ground force
immediately-
disappear.
Immediately, everything, all his momentum, everything stopped, and he's like, okay, arm. Now I need you in a position you can move forward, and then rest of me go. You know what I mean? It was like right there. And then he has no back hip. All his weight's already there. But
And for the record, we're not doctors. We could be completely wrong,
no, I mean, I don't know. He's a lefty.
especially with a lefty.
I got nothing.
But it makes sense, and I bet happens to a lot of lefties.
Oh yeah, no, lefties love to open up.
Who was that lefty we fell in love with, and we said we should watch him before we watch any lefty? Was it? It wasn't Frederick.
No, I mean he is just high five in the sky up
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Well, that just tells you about the consistency of the ball.
I don't think he's able to throw like this with pads on.
He could get up there.
You think?
Yeah.
He'd really have to tilt his shoulders.
Yeah. I'll see it again. And by the way, this is why the VR is so awesome. Is
You can work on all this while
you can
also-
work on it, but also it will all come out
Yeah. Oh yeah.
while you're thinking about coverages.
This,
You go back and-
whoever this guy is.
Fired. Who's the old coach of the Steelers? He looks like that guy.
Oh, I know who you're talking. That Bucktooth guy. Chuck something. I mean, this is the position you don't want to be in. The ball is still pointed away.
Dude's standing 1 foot from him.
He is all the way rotated, opened up with all of his weight here, and the ball still isn't pointed towards the target. Which and here's the truth. It's not bad. Like he's a first year quarterback.
Right. Oh yeah.
Like all these problems are just things that happen when you're trying to.
But if you're this guy, don't you take the ball out of his hand at this point? Think about this too. How much of this could be caused by the fact he got a high school ball for the first time?
Also 100%.
Which could be all of the dragging
that could be
issues.
100%.
And it's kind of like you hurt your arm as a pitcher, or you hurt your leg.
Yeah.
Throws everything off.
Everything
Gets this
else,
big
yeah.
ball. All of a sudden you start.
Yeah, you start trying to pick it
You're
up.
pushing that thing
Yeah,
up
I'm
because you can't
100%
grip it.
Yeah.
Dude, tell him put the ball down. Just grip it. Then get a tennis ball.
Right.
And then start going through mechanics.
This guy's just itching his balls and catching a check. And I might not know anything.
Right, but I
Walter
feel
White,
like
Walter
he was-
White over here might know.
He's
everything.
more worried about his little socks. You know, he's got those little socks.
Yeah,
on.
he's got to make sure he doesn't get a weird ankle.
Yeah, that's 100% what his focus is. And sunglasses.
But then I think what it leads him to be is
But
wrapping around the football.
he does look like the Steelers' old coach.
But all things considered, he's in a good spot.
I think he's in a good spot too. But I think more importantly is it's a fresh, exciting beginning.
Oh, yeah,
To go
100%.
from guard to quarterback and then be doing this, like it's exciting, especially when you can throw and he can throw.
Yeah, he is in the perfect position right now to completely rebuild his mechanics, especially right now.
Right. Oh, completely rebuild and take all that natural talent and
Yes,
actually
yes,
put it behind a
yes,
football.
Yes.
Well, I honestly think a guy like this, like, is where, locked in quarterback and stuff like that
Yeah.
can really help. And ultimately with him, probably save his arm pain.
Oh yeah. He's gonna have
This
another arm
hurts.
soon. Yeah. But what?
And is zero lower body.
Yes.
He
yes.
thinks it's lower body.
No, he doesn't. But he cuts himself. He's cutting
Yeah.
off his own.
Yeah.
But the first thing I would do with this guy is drop the ball, and I want to see what his natural.
You
arm
can tell
path
how big
is.
that ball is. He's
Oh,
not
yeah.
used to that ball.
I want to figure out what his natural arm path is because I don't think it's this.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think it's this. But this ball needs to be here, maybe here, maybe actually it'd probably more likely be here. You know what I mean? Because he gets right to here and then it's like, okay, now I throw.
Right.
He needs to be building momentum, like he's throwing the ball away from himself. You know what I mean?
Like that old baseball drill where they point
exactly.
and throw.
There was a-
Point and they throw.
Like this ball needs to be like here, like on separation. Like who's that lefty that you said you liked?
I can't remember. Look at our quarterback sheet. It would have been around Frederickson. We watched two lefties in a row.
Noah Mills? No.
Was it Christian?
No, it's Nico Marchioli.
Okay, go to Nico. There he is. Oh, it's Nico.
Can I see his pro day or something?
I think that's all passes in the top. I don't think Nico had a pro day.
Yeah, he had pro day. No. Okay.
Arizona defense on.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jesus, this guy.
Oh my God.
I need to see a better angle. Can I get a better throw?
Go back to that West Virginia video. I think it was better. He's the guy that
Arizona defense on.
he's the guy that Trump tweeted.
What the heck is going on?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
There we go. This is what I want to see. Right there. He is rotating with his hips in this position with a level arm.
Yeah.
And he's a lefty, it's weird, but level arm, right? And he's up, and with the okay, so it's not even necessarily where his elbow is; it's where the ball is. I mean, the ball is starting
No,
to
it's
turn
his elbow
over,
too. You can see
It's
his
both,
elbow.
it's both.
Yeah.
but where the ball, see how the ball is starting to turn and come forward,
Uh-huh.
where he's not even thinking about turning the ball over at this point. You know what I mean? And the ball's already turned over. Yeah, see, it's on its way to being turned over.
And look at his hips.
Yeah, and his hips are right behind it, whereas this guy's hips are a little bit, there's miles behind where it's supposed to be, I think. Ball goes up, and then it drops and turns over.
Okay, I hate to do it. We got to grade.
The ball goes up, and then he drops it to turn over. Okay,
It's under a little bit. But I don't understand that with left-handers.
yeah, he's a lefty, whatever. Okay, so he's the same age as Brady Cochran.
Ooh, that's not fair. Brady's been training his whole life.
Yeah, it's it's not fair at all. But he's the same age as Brady,
Right.
and Brady has a significantly better mechanics than Kano does.
I keep looking back up at Noah.
Noah's a 4.
Noah is him with a lot more coaching and being right-handed, so I understand.
But I've seen this guy only throw passes, right? Like I've never seen this guy in a game. I've never seen this guy in a game or anything like that, so I have no idea.
Click on that button.
Oh, click on this button?
Yeah. Go over here. There we go.
I actually have no idea. Like I can't give him. Like it's almost impossible to grade him. Like
You gotta see game film. You gotta see where he's at today.
He's a lefty. I've never seen him throw against the defense or in pads.
And he's got a new ball he's never thrown. He's never thrown in high school.
So it's almost impossible to grade.
Noah travels the country
Right.
throwing for college coaches
Right.
with a big ball.
Right. I can't give him higher than a 3.5. So here's the truth. If I am Kano Patel, right?
Right.
I do not ever want to be in this position. Ever. This foot is barely opened up. I don't know where he's throwing the ball, probably over here, right? But I mean, he's standing 50-50 right here.
He's a Jose Canseco batting stance.
Exactly. He has all of his cleats in the ground. He can't possibly rotate from this position, right? This hand right here is only here because that's what his coach told him to do. There's nothing natural about this.
Right.
One day he realized he had to do it, or he was told to do it.
Right,
so
close off, good.
So every time he goes like this, his coach is like, put your hand like this. So now he like opens his hand, like his hand, the muscles in his hand are tense right now because of how much his coach wants his hand to be open. You know what I mean?
But he got praise when he put it there.
Right.
So now it's how many times is he in the house like this?
And the truth is, he can't think about his elbow. The second he thinks about his elbow, he's in big trouble. Because look at this. The difference between this and this are two totally different things.
Well, what is his trap doing right now?
I have no idea, but
It's
it has
firing.
But he's gonna have like one of those huge arm
Yeah,
wrestling
yeah.
traps. But all he needs to do, and what the first drill you do with him, right, is you give him the ball and you say, Kano, squeeze your scapula it'd be his left side. So he just does this.
Right.
This is the only separation he
only
needs.
movement.
And when he separates, I want the tip of the ball to be completely down. Completely down when he separates. Look at this. Yeah, I wish I could draw on this. But I would want the tip of the ball to be completely down. I don't want any turnover. I'm so sorry, buddy. So sorry this has happened to you. Because now I'm looking at your mechanics. Like no one else have I done this to. But instead you. I decide that you are going to be the one that
There's a lot of close feet going on there.
I mean, you gotta be kidding me. What is going on here?
Where's coach?
What is this? Have you ever seen that infamous Tom Brady clip where he floops his fingers on a ball like that? Anyway, so he is now basically.
You mean the Tom Brady clip where he rolls his hand and
Yeah.
wide up under the ball?
No, but listen to this.
At two different levels?
Right. This is a closed front side, a completely closed front side, right? His body is acting like he's gonna throw the ball here, right? But instead, he wants to throw the ball directly in front of him, but all of his power is going this way, okay? And his hips aren't even thinking about opening up because they can't. This foot has all cleats in the ground. He'd tear his ACL trying to rotate. And his arm, I don't know why he's even here. Like this is 0.0000001 seconds into the throw, and he's already used all of his power and strength to move the ball away from where he's throwing, up and away from where he's throwing. The ball should still, his elbow should be here.
Sure.
Like literally this is the only thing he should be doing at this point.
But that's what makes me think outfield.
Yeah, I want. I want Terrell. Slow motion. Is there a Terrell slow motion? Okay, no.
Taylor to the end zone.
Okay, go back. Now obviously he's already. Can you show me one where he's facing me? No. I want the offense on the left.
He might have a pro day.
No. Yeah, maybe he did. Pro day, so much better. Where's the Y? This is gonna be crazy.
It was like 1902.
He probably throws nothing like himself.
No.
What is this? What kind of pro day is this?
It was different in the day.
Yeah, okay. This is even how he throws the ball.
Now they have sponsored shirts.
And I want to see his pro day.
He wasn't even getting paid. We didn't do a Tarot slow-mo.
We did, but I don't know where it is. I want to see. I need to see him facing the other way. I need a cinematic thing.
God.
I got it. Here he comes. Here we go. This is what I want to see. Alright, Terrell. No, why was this a thing? Throw past T-Brad. Alright, here we go. Right there, look at that. Look at Tarad's arm. And look at his hip. In a loaded position, ready to go whoosh.
Explode. Rotate.
And then look at this. This is the same time in the throw, right?
Look at that leg. Go back. Is this understanding the torque
No.
needed to move the
No,
ball?
absolutely not. But and I can sit here all day and keep on complaining about stuff. I mean this.
But that guy's getting paid to do
I
it.
mean, look at this. Here's the thing. The ball is throwing him. Like he's like going like this, and then it's like.
Which I made that argument initially is he shouldn't even have that ball in his hand.
The ball is throwing him. He's not throwing the ball.
He needs to do all those workouts.
Okay, I can't.
Let's
I
hand work.
can sit here and make fun of this kid all day.
We're not making fun. We're trying to help.
No, I know, but like you know what I mean. Like
I got you. You wanna